Today I'm starting a 100 uses project. This is inspired by a few different projects I've seen other penners do here on YouTube. I think, for example, Tash has a Club 100 uses or something like that. And I've also seen a few different other penners do something similar. I had mentioned before that currently I'm having 3 projects on the go. I'm doing a 26 in 2026. That includes makeup as well as non-makeup items. Then I'm doing Deck of Penning, where I'm working on 7 products at a time. And then I also have a more unstructured whole collection project pen, where at the beginning of the year I had set some kind of arbitrary usage goals I wanted to hit for different products. So for example, for all my cheek products, I pretty much want to use all of them 30 times within a year. And then for lip products, I want to use everything between 30 and 50 times, depending on the product a bit. But as those numbers are kind of arbitrary, they also starting to clash with some other goals that I have. For example, I want to use up a blush this year, which is not going to be possible if I want to use every cheek product in my collection a lot, as well as hyper focusing on that one product to use it up. So now the idea is to switch that project up a bit and shift that into a project 100 uses, meaning I want to have 100 tracked uses on every makeup item in my collection. I had started tracking my makeup uses in the beginning of last year, so 2025. So I already have data for that whole year. And then also throughout this year, I've been keeping track on how many times I've used a product. To kick this project off, let's first take a look at the products where I've already reached that goal and already have at least 100 tracked uses. These 3 makeup products I've already used 100 times in 2026 alone. We have here Black Honey by Clinique, which I've already used 160 times this year, and it has a total of 268 tracked uses. This product is older in my collection, so it already had some usage on it prior to 2025, so I don't have a complete number of uses, and this is something I want to finish this year. Then this Catrice Brow Pencil I've already used 102 times this year alone, and I had only opened it at the very end of last year, so in total it has 108 uses. And this is also something I want to finish by the end of the year. I'm super close. Lastly, the 1999 Lash Tint Mascara. I've used this one 132 times this year, and in total I have 167 uses on this product. Then in this cute little dumpling bag, here are 4 more products where I've already reached the goal of 100 tracked uses, and this is in last year and this year combined. This Hourglass lip product, I never can remember the name, and it's not written on here. It's something Phantom Volume Gloss. The color is Rise, and this I've used 109 times total so far. YSL Candy Glaze in the clear color, it's number 2. I've used 110 times so far. The Burberry blush in the color Earthy has 176 tracked uses so far, and 75 of those are from this year. And lastly, this mini Charlotte Tilbury powder has 127 uses so far. So these 7 products are already out of this project. I have reached my goal of at least 100 tracked uses on all of them. Currently my makeup collection sits at 96 products total, so 7 products completed translates to, roughly 7%, 7.3%. And to be honest, I kind of expected that number already to be higher, because I feel like I use the same products a lot, and a lot of the products in my collection are older, but alas. Then let's take a look at my focus products for the rest of this year. When I went over the usage numbers of my collection to start this project, I looked for products where I thought it would be realistic that I could get the products to 100 uses in the remaining time left in this year. And these are the 9 products that I came up with. We have the Clarins lip oil in the color Honey. This sits currently at 66 uses, so 44 more uses this year. A lip oil I find is easy to reach for, so I think this is manageable. Westman Atelier Nana already has 67 uses, so 43 more uses this year to get it to 100 tracked uses. Nearly Natural by Rare Beauty only needs 26 more uses. I've already reached for it 74 times last year and this year combined. And the Essence, the Super Peptide Glossy Lip Treatment in the color Toffee-tastic only needs 14 more uses to get it to 100, which I think is super manageable. A bit of a gamble is the Catrice Plumping Lip Liner in the color Starring Roll. It currently sits at 52 uses, so I'm at the halfway point, but then most of those uses happened last year, and this year so far I've only reached for 10 times. I've also added some lip liners to my collection this year, which are newer and therefore more exciting to me, so we'll see if I can make this happen. The Sunrise Bronzer by Kevyn Aucoin has 83 tracked uses, so only 17 more uses to get it to 100, and I think this is something I can easily do this year. Same story for the Armani blush in number 20. This one only needs 16 more uses to get it to the 100 mark. Lastly, I have 2 complexion products, the Givenchy Prism Libre Skin Caring Corrector in the green shade. I have 75 tracked uses on this one, so 25 more to go. I use it pretty much daily, so I don't think this will be an issue. I don't know if you can tell, but there's already some windowing happening. And I already know for this product that it does tend to go bad at a certain point, so I'm also eager to get my usage out of it and hopefully finish it completely before it turns bad. Then last but not least is this Hello Kitty Supine powder. Here I'm also pretty much at the halfway mark. I've used it 54 times. There isn't really a noticeable dip. I don't know how well you can tell. There's an imprint that is still a little bit visible. 46 uses is quite a lot, especially because this is not my only powder and I would like to rotate through them, but I think if I make this powder a priority, I would manage to hit that goal by the end of the year. If I complete my goal on all of these 9 products, that would bring my total to 16 products with at least 100 tracked uses, which would mean 17% of my whole collection would have at least 100 uses on them. You might have noticed products that are missing from this whole project so far are eyeshadows or eyeliners. I'm not even close on any of those products to get to the 100. So these products will be my main focus for the remainder of the year, to use their differing amount of times to get them to at least 100 uses. At the same time, I still want to use all the products in my collection so that those lesser used products also get up to a level where I could roll them into the project and start to focusing on them more in the future. If you are doing a similar project, let me know. I would love to cheer you on and follow your progress. And with that, thanks for watching. Bye.